What was the best day in your life? For me, it was the day I drifted a Ferarri on the Jebel Jais mountain in Dubai with my brother and my dad. It's September 2016 and my brother asked me if I could fly over to Dubai, where he was living at the time, and make an instructional video for some of his penny press machines. It was the end of the Rust Rome season, so I was desperate for another trip already. I flew over to Dubai and I was instantly welcomed by the incredible hotel my brother was living in. Yeah, that's right, he was living in a hotel. The hotel is called Raffles and is a distinct pyramid-shaped hotel with spectacular views of the Dubai skyline. We decided to start the filming the following day, so meantime my brother showed me around the hotel. It has an amazing swimming pool with a bar where we spent a bit of time. Then he showed me the jacuzzi, and then on to the sauna to finish off. What impressed me the most with the hotel is the amazing service from all the staff. They were all very friendly and everyone knew my brother and my dad by name. It was clear that they had left an impression with the hotel. Work started the following day with a long drive to the world's largest indoor theme park called IMG Worlds of Adventure, which is completely themed around Marvel superheroes. I spent a day filming each of the custom penny press souvenir machines. If you're not sure what that is, it's a machine that you put some money in, usually a penny as well, turn the handle and use several tons of force to squash a penny out into an oval shape with a custom design on it. You've probably seen one before and not realised. After a day's worth of filming and not getting all finished, I realised that there was a lot more work to do here than I originally thought. We spent the next several days travelling around various parts of Dubai and filming each and every penny press. Some of the sights were incredible, like the iconic Burj Khalifa. Probably the highest penny press in the world, the views at the top were absolutely incredible. Day after day we were driving back and forwards from the hotel to various locations with penny press machines. Out all day, every day and driving back, sometimes with the sunset and sometimes into the night. It was all becoming very tiring. One of the issues I had filming over there, but could never have anticipated, was each time I stepped outside from the air-conditioned indoors to the intense Dubai heat would instantly steam up my camera lens with a sudden temperature change. It did make filming a little bit tricky sometimes. I only had 10 days in Dubai and we were starting to run out of time. Along with filming each penny press, my dad was taking advantage of the time on site and doing some of the maintenance at the same time. We lost a lot of time going from the workshop each day, picking up parts, reprogramming coin mechs, and lots of other workshop jobs. I was getting tired of driving back and forwards on the long, boring motorway. Seeing all this desert round about us took me back to my Rust to the Sahara trip earlier in the year, and I kept thinking about it. I managed to encourage my brother to head off-road into the sand so we could get some cool drone shots. It didn't last very long though. We pulled off the quiet motorway, trundled a few metres into the sand, and promptly got stuck. We were driving a hired Nissan Patrol, and I assumed it would be more than capable of driving in the sand. I even had a sand mode button for this very purpose. We tried again and again to get the Nissan to move, but he was simply grounded. We let some air at the tyres to help the traction, but that didn't help at all. Then someone stopped and attempted to tow us out, but his car was at least half the weight of the Nissan, so that failed miserably, and he just wished us well, like, I hope you don't pass out in the desert, and drove off. Cheers! It was extremely hot, I mean dangerously hot. We weren't prepared for this at all, we didn't have any water and we were sweating buckets. We were getting worried this could go on into the night, especially as nobody could really see us from the quiet motorway. My dad decided we needed an Arctic lorry to tow us out, and started waving down every Arctic that passed. But there really wasn't many vehicles on that road at all. I was starting to question if we were going to get back to the hotel before dark, or at all. After 20 minutes, eventually, my dad got an Arctic pullover for us.
Because their car's got to go straight back before it straightens up.
The truck driver reversed as close as he could get to the Nissan. The driver was careful to make sure he kept his rear wheels on the tarmac so as not to get stuck like us. Dad really took control of the situation. He knew what needed to be done here and just got on with it. He found a chain in the trailer and used it as a tow rope between the Nissan and the trailer. The Nissan had pretty much sunk to the point where the underside was sitting on the sand. My dad told the truck driver not to go gently, but give it a good hard pull. The truck made some strange noises and for a moment I thought it was going to break. I was struggling to film as everyone started pushing the Nissan, so I ran over to help. A few minutes later I was running back to where I was to get a good camera shot, when suddenly the Nissan started moving. They'd finally broken free from the sand and started reversing back. We thanked the truck driver and everyone else who had stopped to help push the car out. Feeling victorious and shattered all at the same time, we headed back to the hotel.
Man, look at that back tyre. How the f*** are we going to drive with that?
Oh, fuck. Forgetting that we had 4 flat tyres. We didn't really care though, as the air condition was on full blast and we were starting to cool down again. I remember my shoes were filled up with sand. I remember emptying them out the window and being amazed just how much sand came out. Then another kind trucker flagged us down, telling us that he had air for our tyres. We pulled over and met some friendly people who insisted in putting all our tyres up to the right pressures. One guy got out of the truck first, put a brake under the front wheel, then the driver got out. This is just the kind of handbrake mechanism that I can relate to very well. We got back to the hotel shattered and my brother lit up a victory cigar. Mission was completed, the filming was done and we weren't spending the night in the Nissan Patrol. I had 1 day left and we all agreed to do something special with it. We really wanted to hire supercars for a day and drive somewhere special, so I got on with researching all the good roads and my brother was phoning hire car companies. We spent a good few hours planning this out and put everything in place. The next morning, 3 supercars turned up at the hotel. We'd hired a Ferarri 458, a Lamborghini Huracan and a Bentley Continental. After signing all the paperwork, I was simply handed the key for a Fiat Panda whilst looking at a Ferrari. Yeah, seriously, that's what the key was. We set off carefully driving out the city traffic, which was all very entertaining because none of us really knew how to drive these cars. For example, I didn't know that to put a Ferrari 458 in neutral, you need to pull back both paddles on the steering wheel at the same time. Thankfully, I'd watched a video on YouTube the night before explaining how to drive a Ferrari. We were on the road to the highest mountain in the United Arab Emirates, Jebel Jais mountain. After a couple of hours drive, we made it up to this incredible mountain and started snaking our way up it. The road was smooth and the bends were long and sweeping. I couldn't help myself and I got a few slides in the Ferrari, which felt amazing. On the road back down from the mountain, I saw the most beautiful sunset. I swung in to get a photo and not long after, my brother and my dad turned around and joined me. The light was perfect, the sun was perfect, and the cars looked amazing. I took one of my favourite photos of us together. Here it is. It was a long, tough day. Personally, I'd done a lot of running around, putting cameras on the cars, lots of sweating went on, and a few tricky moments with the drone. But when I look back at it all now, I feel like I was in a dream. When else would I be driving a Ferrari up a mountain in Dubai? It was all worth it. I'd like to thank my brother and my dad for this day, which I'll never forget.
Well, the Lamborghini is a great fun car, you just jump in it and drive, but I think the Ferrari is the kind of car that if you really know what you're doing, like my brother Marco, then you can have a lot of fun in it, because we were chasing down the mountain road. I would go around a corner and this handle's like a little go-kart, so I just go around the corner, it's 4-wheel drive, and then I would look in my rearview mirror and I would just see art. I just saw art. What I saw was a Ferrari 458 doing what it was meant to do, driven by somebody who loves doing it, and it just ever so gracefully, like a ballet dancer, just drifted round the corner, and the back wheel just came round, and it was just right on the line in the middle of the road, just perfectly, the perfect line. And so it was actually great enjoyment to go around the corner and then look in the mirror or look in my side mirror and see this Ferrari just drifting very nicely around the corner there.